Hi Libra, it's Amber here at Symbols for Living. Hope that you're very well. Welcome to your January 2018 love reading. Just turn down this. Thank you for stopping by. Please do like, share and subscribe if you enjoy the reading. I would like to introduce you, if you haven't already seen, my astrology postcard collection. It's got the correspondences and a little note about each sign on each card. You can buy them in a pack of 12. And they'll come in handy throughout the year. You always have a card ready to send to your nearest and dearest. Yeah, you never run out of birthday cards. And they also come on mugs as well. So please do visit my Etsy shop where you will see all the items displayed. Okay, so Libra. So you come into the year, we've got a card here for each month of the year. So starting with the Emperor in January and ending with the Death card in December. So you're coming in quite strong with a major arcana this year, the Emperor card. You've also got the Justice card as an overall lesson and energy for the year. You will be learning what to reject and what not to reject this year. Learning the valuable things according to your world and how you see it. So this is very much a year for Libra, or your year in a sense, because we've got the Justice card, which is which corresponds with Libra. So you know, there'll just be it'd be a very Libra themed year for you. You seem to be getting closer and closer to what your sense of balance is in a relationship, what you're willing to give, what you're not, and why, and what you need in the relationship and what you don't need and why. But as I was saying, you do come in quite strong with the Emperor card. Very stable, quite sure of your direction, very focused on plans that you have for the future and security. This could be the energy of you or your partner. You could also be entering the year with an Aries, Sagittarius, or Capricorn possibly. And they'll be very strong, very stable, and they will have a vision for your future. So you'll be well taken care of, which is nice. And the security is also really nice. So yeah, you may find you could be with someone that's quite has such a strong plan for the future that maybe there isn't a lot of room for maneuver. So you may need to watch out for that. So he may not be very compromising. Or you yourself may not be very compromising at the beginning of the year. Okay. But there is a lot of security here and stability. So if this is someone new coming into your life, they know exactly where they're going, and I think what you see is what you get with them. So then in February, we've got the Six of Wands. So you may feel that you're being appreciated by your partner at this time, or that you're recognized for some efforts that you've put in. I feel it probably will be your partner showing you appreciation. And yeah, you'll just feel recognized and acknowledged. You may feel validated by your partner at this time. So that's very positive. So it seems to be going from strength to strength at the beginning of the year. However, come March, there's an opening up, there's a reveal, there's a confession maybe, or maybe even an apology. It could be that in February, because of the recognition that you have, this leads to another sort of awareness, either in the relationship or from your partner. It may be that things are going so well that your partner does say, you know, they want more than just you and them, they want a family. And they want to start something like that with you, because you have the Ace of Rods here as well, which is a new beginning or a new start. And we've got the King and Queen of Pentacles, which are very much parental figures. And with the stability energy as the first card, it could very well be family that's on the agenda this year, or a focus on home life and family issues. But these are coming to the surface in March. It may feel that you feel more empowered from February to you may feel more in your element, like you feel balanced, you feel good about yourself in February. You feel like there's a really lovely give and take in the relationship. You appreciate your partner appreciates you. There's a lot of sharing of I love yous maybe, and I think you're great. A lot of support, possibly from your partner, and giving to your partner. And you just seem to be going from strength to strength. And in that, you may feel more empowered to speak your mind on maybe other issues in March. But something will come out which will lead to a great change, and which will lead to a new opportunity, a new beginning. The rods suits do represent the sex life, etc. So it could be that, you know, you guys do try for a baby. There's a possibility with these two parental figures kind of being here. But this change does bring in new opportunity, most definitely. It brings in a new opportunity, a new start. You have some sort of brand new start come April. It's like a new opportunity. It could be related to work. There aren't many cups. There aren't any cups actually in this reading, apart from the overall kind of clarifying card. So I'm not too sure if there's just a very strong focus on your career and other matters apart from love, or maybe you and your partner are coming in quite secure, that you're kind of past the honeymoon phase, which is interesting because I've just done the Aries reading, and that was quite a strong message in that reading, where you're kind of moving on to a more mature relationship. But there is a new beginning in April, and then come May, you're having to decide between two paths with the Two of Rods. It's a choice to go down a new path that may open up, which will most definitely open up a lot of new doors for you, or you can kind of continue to build on what you've already been doing. However, it will be more of the same. So you may lose passion for it because of that. This can ignite your passion. So I feel that this new opportunity that's come in, whether this be a new person in your life, you may come in quite single this year, you know, and then start putting yourself out there. Start to reveal yourself a bit more to, you know, the public. Go out more. Which does bring in new opportunities, but they do seem to be more flirtatious and light-hearted, rather than like a deep, like Ace of Cups or Ace of Pentacles. It will probably happen quite quickly, and then you're left with choices. And I think maybe you're choosing to kind of embark on, you know, sharing yourself basically with other people. You may have been quite solitary, especially with the Hermit card coming here, or so close to this card as well. It may be that you have been quite solo for some time, and establish yourself quite well as well. And it looks like you still want to do that, because you may be on some sort of spiritual journey. You may be still finding yourself in some way. I have noticed that with the Libra readings over the past year, that there's the Justice card almost always comes up, and it always seems to be about balance or about finding a balance, or listening to your inner truth. And it looks like you still kind of want to go on this journey. So you may, again, you have got the Four of Cups here. So overall this year, you may be getting quite good offers, but you may not be accepting them. Because come June, you seem to have decided to actually hold on to the same rod, possibly, and not take the second rod, and instead taken up, you know, the task or the journey of looking more within. So you really are becoming, you know, you really are evolving spiritually. I think this year is really all about you. Although you do put yourself out there, you do feel good about yourself come February and March and April, you do kind of take yourself out there, but then you may find that actually you're really happy on your own, because you have a lot of soul searching to do. There's still a lot of answers there's still a lot of things that you want to craft that are your own. So to focus on yourself here. So you're making those kind of choices at the first half of the year. Come July, we've got the Wheel of Fortune, which does talk about changes, good luck, and more opportunities possibly coming your way. It could be that you, if you do decide to be with someone, if this second rod does represent someone that you do go for, they'll likely be a Virgo. And, you know, things will develop and, you know, go quite well. You'll have a happy summer. If this is, you know, you really taking time out for yourself and focusing on your own self, then again, new opportunities come in. You may see some good fortune come in, possibly around money. You could kind of see your hard work paying off as well. You know, you could see some return on an investment that you had put in. Yeah. But it's quite major as well, because money does seem to come in here as well in August. So the choice that you've made here, it looks like, to focus on yourself has brought in good karma for you. There'll be a change in fortune, a change in karma as well. But then in August, you do find financial security. You have got a good self-esteem again. I just feel like, yeah, like you really are developing your self-esteem and how you feel about yourself. And the more and more you give to yourself, possibly, the more and more you receive abundance and luck and good things when you put yourself first in some way, or at least you appreciate yourself. But this could also be the Virgo that came into your life in June. Here, she comes up again. So there's definitely security in the relationship. It could be very highly sexual, very, very intense, and quite transformative as well for you. But I feel that you will be finding your own self. I feel like you're turning things away this year because you're putting yourself first. I've got the Four. Yeah, I've even got the Four of Pentacles, although it's in reverse. I'm not really reading reverse cards for this reading, so you're kind of closed off, I think, this year. We've then got September here. We've got the King of Swords. Again, you're in your head. You're very in your element. It's just you seem to be getting stronger and stronger. Then we've got October. you're coming from the Queen to the King of Pentacles. There's a big focus on money for you this year. That's what you seem to be attracting. You then take a nice break, you take some time out, and then there's some sort of transformation or end. So this could possibly be a really lucky period for you that you may need to take advantage of before the end of the year. So, you know, it could be really wise for you, you know, if you really are not interested in relationships, or you know that there's something that you want to build this year, then it may be good for you to, you know, when this choice or opportunity does come in, possibly for a relationship, that you maybe don't invest your all into it, or you do make more of a focus on any path that you've already taken, especially if it's really taking you within yourself and you're really kind of becoming more empowered by it. You may be advised to continue with that path. It will bring in fortune for you, it will bring in money, because then there's a lucky period, I think, that starts in July for you. And I feel that it just kind of gets stronger and stronger until December, where there is a change again. I feel it will be a very positive change though. It probably will be quite a lucky change as well, which possibly will bring in more money and more rest and relaxation for you. But I would, yeah, make the most of this period. The King of Swords is said to be one of the strongest cards, if not the strongest card in the deck. And then you've got the King and Queen of Pentacles. And you're starting out with the Emperor. So there's definitely this focus on achievement and progression, and this the kind of winning theme for the year. You even got the winning card as your second card. So yeah, I don't think you're very focused on love, because you could be hung up on someone else. You could be hung up on someone from the past. Someone, you know, they could have really kind of set a standard for you that you won't go lower than. Like, you know what you want, you know what you don't want. Like that's what was said in the beginning. So yeah, I don't think you're focusing on relationships this year. Not in any deep way. This person may very well come back. You know, if this is a person from your past, they may come back in March. They may offer you something new, but I don't think you'll be accepting it. And they may try to come back again in July. And maybe, you know, as time goes on and, you know, you do have an opportunity to take some time out for yourself, and you've kind of done all the hard work, and you do take this kind of maybe long weekend or take a holiday for, you know, 4 weeks or so, you know, maybe then you might decide that, okay, I've got some time now to spend on relationships. So it won't be until possibly after your birthday in November. And this is where the King of Pentacles, if it is a male Virgo or a male Earth sign, comes in. This is when he may come back on the scene, you know, and you may, you know, use some downtime to share some time with him. And this could be the transformation where there's such a focus on work. Come the end of the year, you may very well decide that you'd like to transform again into maybe your other side of Libra, because it is a dual sign in a lot of ways, Libra. So there may, you know, there's two sides to you possibly as well, you know, or you have to have a balance anyway, of maybe, you know, your career and your emotional life. Everything needs to be in balance. So you may just be kind of going through this cycle now, but this cycle will come to an end at the end of the year, and I think you will be focusing on relationships at that point. And it will probably be with this Earth sign. Okay, so I'm going to pull some cards from the Libra Love Oracle. But money seems to be good. If this is a solid partnership that you're entering the year with, it could be that there's some new business venture that is offered to you guys, or you do decide, yeah, to have another child possibly. But something is revealed in March that brings in a new opportunity that is creative and that is fun and that offers a brand new start. It could be a promotion at work or something between you two, like one of you two. You get recognized for something and it comes out. And things just seem to kind of get better and better. Okay, we've got Ice King at the bottom of the deck, which is an air sign energy and would probably correspond best with the King of Swords in the tarot. So this is someone who's very business focused, is able to separate their heart from their head quite well, quite strategic, quite clever, intelligent, usually always one step ahead. Yeah. So that's your energy for the year, which pretty much describes the reading with you being more career focused and focused on yourself. You're not really in your emotions this year. You're more figuring things out. Okay, so spiritual advice is the brunette female. So this could be you, especially if you're a brunette. I think Librans usually do have dark hair. And yeah, I guess the focus is on you, to focus on your beauty, on your allure, discovering your own sensuality. Focus on yourself and your beauty and makeup and looking after yourself. The challenge is a soulmate. So a soulmate may come in for you this year. And it could be, you know, this king to this queen of pentacles. That could very well be a soulmate connection. But that is a challenge for you, because the reason why it's a challenge is because you're at the Four of Cups. You don't really want it for whatever reason. Probably due to career, etc. Sorry, one moment. Sorry about that, guys. Delivery. Okay. So that's the challenge for you guys, is kind of keeping this soulmate energy within the limits that you'd like to, you know, that you want to set on it. Okay. And I don't think you're very flexible in that. And this is also a very kind of strict or restrictive energy, so I don't think you're budging. What you have in common, or what binds you together, is the dating queen. So I guess what binds you together is that you enjoy dating. He makes you feel good when you are on dates, and that's what keeps you maybe coming back to this person, or what keeps them coming back to you. And this is what probably keeps the connection going, is that this person sends you gifts and wants to take you out, and that's probably what you guys do the most of. That's how you spend your time with, I think, this person, giving you gifts and taking you out and kind of going on dates with you. And that's what seems to keep you together at the moment, that you're just dating. But although it's light-hearted and there's no huge commitment or labels, it's still very, I think, mature, very kind of tasteful, and quite classy, you know? And what you both also could have in common is that you're both very attractive. So a lot of people kind of want your attention. Your lesson is gossip. So I guess you're learning this year not to listen to anyone else's opinion or what anyone else has to say. And listening to your own heart. Mature man, your partner is probably learning how to mature, how to be the king that maybe you need him to be. Yeah, that's pretty much it, I think, with that. The beauty queen, how you see your partner. So you may see your partner as very, very attractive, and they may see you as, again, the fair male. So they see you as maybe quite ambitious and determined, got everything going for you, attractive as well, very sexy because of your youth. You've got maybe a young spirit about you and a determined spirit about you. Like you know exactly where you're going. You have a plan. And I think you see them as fun, and they just make you feel beautiful, I think. They make you feel really beautiful and you like it. You maybe vibe with them really well. And I think this person likes a bit of glamour, likes to kind of go out and to like fancy places and do fancy things. And I think you like it because it's like a nice escape for you, I think. Because she looks so free here, like she's just been kind of released from something and she's just kind of skipping out with her arms wide open. So I think this person does offer you some sort of relief, and that may be where the Four of Swords come in. This could be where, you know, you two do go off and kind of take a break together or enjoy some leisure time together, and then hopefully there's a transformation, if that's what you so wish, where you do move into a more romantic time of your life in 2019. Okay, let me pull some cards here from the Wisdom of the Oracle and then we'll wrap it up. Okay, you got your soulmate here, which is nice. Oh, but then we've got not for you. Okay. I think not for you is just going back to the Four of Cups. It's going back to, you know, the Hermit card, the Two of Wands. You know, you're just saying, this is not for me right now. I'm just focused on myself. Then that's it. You're just focused on yourself. And you're like, to be fair, it's the Center card, and you've got the Justice card here as well, which is pretty much the same. She's also holding scales. I don't know if you can see that very well, but she's holding the scales. Okay, so you're mending. There'll be messages between you guys. Yeah, you're going to keep in contact with this person while you're mending. You're being advised here to, you know, remain positive throughout this mending process, if that's what you feel you're doing with the Hermit card here, and just to imagine the outcome being very positive, and just to keep a positive frame of mind and outlook for the future. But this is all about being fair, so you want to make sure that you're getting what you want in a relationship. I think you recognize that it's okay to want what you want in a relationship, and that even if it is a big ask for another person to provide for you in a relationship, ultimately that's what you want. And regardless, you know, that's what you want. If you like teddy bears every Valentine's Day, but your partner hates Valentine's Day, but if that's what you need, then, you know, that's what you need. It's like, bottom line, it's like, that's what you need. So you be hoping that your partner will probably compromise on that or give you what you need. And I think that's what this is about. You're kind of standing, like, you're setting your standards. You're not kind of going any lower than that. And maybe your partner is maturing because of that, by you kind of being an kind of immovable force here with the Emperor and standing your ground and knowing that you're worth it. You could end a relationship at the beginning of the year to start something new for yourself that does turn into more of a journey to find your own happiness. But yeah, you are standing your ground. And you definitely want what you want. Okay, so we have got the soulmates card here. So this is a soulmate energy that you're with. They are someone special, and we did see that already. You know, here you've got the soulmate card here, and we've got the King and Queen of Pentacles on the table. So, and we've got the Wheel of Fortune, which is quite, you know, it's a very positive card for relationships. It's actually quite a karmic card as well. It could also signify a soulmate. But it looks like there's too much chaos and conflict. And there's something about reception. Maybe people aren't listening enough. Or maybe you're just not in a very receptive state right now. You're more of an action-orientated state. You're more in the Aries energy. You're more doing what you want to do. You're not really sitting back and waiting around. So the advice might be to be more receptive, but then it could also be saying that with regards to your soulmate connection, in order to avoid the chaos and conflict, to be more receptive. It could also mean that your receptivity, you're kind of not doing anything and just chilling and not really taking any action within relationships. Could be causing chaos and conflict, but I do feel that it's actually saying that you can avoid chaos and conflict by maybe sometimes taking a step back and being receptive and waiting, and maybe not pushing, you know, maybe if this person isn't meeting your expectations, to not necessarily push the other person, because by pushing them or trying to control them basically, or expecting more of them than they can deliver, it will cause chaos and conflict. Your person is fairly and justly, you know, deserving of you, and you of them. They'll come, you won't have to fight for it. You won't have to fight for it. The chaos and conflict could also be coming into your relationship because you are so focused on work, because you are going through this major shift, maybe mentally, where you are literally shedding skin and mending. It could be causing a conflict. But this is about going with the flow, following your heart as well, not your mind. So don't forget this person, you know, amongst it all. You know, if they are trying to meet your expectations, or you feel they do offer you something of value, but you are focused on work, do try to remain receptive to what they have to say. You know, there are messages that will be coming to you. So just be receptive, because this is a soulmate. Okay, so I hope that helped. If you've got any comments about this, please do leave them below. I'd like to see how this particular area fits into your story. So yeah, if you do like the video, please do like, share and subscribe. If you'd like to buy any merchandise, especially your own Libra card or a set of 12 for all of your friends and family for their birthdays. Please do visit my Etsy shop. I've also got cups on there as well with lovely Aries, etc. on them. So yeah, please do visit, take a look, share with your friends and family. And until the next time, take very good care. Bye.